Today, we're talking about the groundbreaking world of Evolv technologies. Get ready because this under the radar AI superstar is reshaping safety measures and redefining investment opportunities. Let's dive in. All right, guys, I'm excited to talk about Evolv Technologies today. Chris, you're actually the one that brought this stock up the other day when we were discussing what video topics we wanted to do on the channel for the week. So of course, I'm looking to you on this. I'm curious to know, how did you find this stock? Where did it come from? What do investors need to know?
Oh, I wish I had a better story to tell you about how I found it, but I was researching other AI stocks using the MarketBeat stock screener, and I came across this name, and I started diving deeper into it, and I realized that there's a story here that our investors might want to know about because it could be an under the radar AI play if you're a risk tolerant investor.
Okay, so it's an AI stock, you're saying. Let me just stop for a moment and ask, Chris, we're recording this video now. It's about 10 o'clock here, and I've already heard the term AI over 25 times. I mean, clearly everyone can't be an AI winner here, in my view. So why this one, Chris?
Okay, so yes, I will agree with you. The company has an AI-driven solution. And I also agree with you that not every AI stock is going to be a winner. I think right now there's going to be a thinning out. And one of the things that I'm looking for is companies that are actually having a use case for AI that makes a lot of sense. And in this case with Evolv, they have a first mover advantage in using AI to help detect hidden weapons. Let me explain that a little bit more. Um, what the company's trying to do is solve the problem. Maybe it's not a problem, or maybe it's just an inconvenience of how to move people efficiently through metal detectors. Because right now, the current metal detectors that are in use can't tell a set of keys from a cell phone or a weapon. And as I started learning about this company, I realized that there's a reason for that. And that's many of the metal detectors that you see in place today aren't really metal detectors. They're what they call millimeter wave scanners that look through clothing for metallic objects. And however, in order for these devices to get a really good look, people have to follow certain procedures. And we all know this from airports or courthouses or even stadiums.
Emptying your pockets, taking off your shoes, putting the hands over the head, all those kinds of things, right? Do away with that
Exactly.
and that'd be good.
Exactly. And that's Evolv's products are using AI to analyze radio frequency waves, RF waves, at sensor gates. And because they're using AI, they're smart enough to distinguish between a weapon and other metallic devices. And also because they're using AI, they process this information 10 times faster than metal detectors, so people can walk through their gates at full speed, which is really intriguing.
It is intriguing for sure. Thomas, I kind of want you to jump in here. I want to know more about your thoughts on this. What do you think about Evolv? I mean, have you heard about the company before we did a video on it? I know I hadn't. You're a little bit deeper into the stocks than I am, though. So I want to hear from you.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it until Chris brought it up. And it certainly is interesting. I mean, the use case scenarios for this are near limitless. If they can prove to be effective and people can walk through at a pretty brisk pace, we can see these things on street corners around the world, just, protecting people's well-being. But the thing is, I think it might be easy to come up with a cheat. If that's possible, they're going to go nowhere. But if they prove effective, it could be really huge for the company and for the industry.
I agree with what Thomas is saying. The company, you talk about the total addressable market in investor speak, the TAM, and the company sees a $20 billion market potentially in annual spending. And they could be right. I mean, like Thomas was saying, you can look at airports, you can look at stadiums, unfortunately, you have to include schools in there as well. In fact, one of the company's biggest contracts is with the Atlanta Public Schools. They're using their screening solution in 15 middle schools and 21 high schools. So this is potentially just a huge market.
I want to pause for just a second here. Thomas, looking at you for some more analysis on this, but it sounds like it's a little bit too good to be true, in my opinion. I mean, we have a groundbreaking technology here that could be useful in many cases. We have a promising market, but the stock is trading around $6. So what am I missing?
Well, right now we're still talking about a super small startup company. Its technology is proven, and there are some great examples of how it's being used today, but there still isn't really widespread adoption. I stress yet that could happen. The company could blow up. Right now, the revenue is below 100 million. So there is potential for it to double multiple times based on the potential addressable market. However, what I really see in this company is a potential takeover target for a larger AI or security company.
I was thinking the same thing, Thomas. I mean, does any company come to mind for you?
Well, the one that springs to mind is Palantir, just because their security and their AI, we've talked about them a lot. They're starting to blow up too. There's certainly a possibility, but I think any company interested in the technology might want to have it. I mean, really, even like Disney might want to own the technology because they have plenty of use cases on their own property for that thing. I mean, so really, if it could be bought cheap, almost anybody could want to buy it.
Sure.
Kind of jumping back to Evolv here, I kind of want to talk about the potential hurdles that we might face when we're gaining widespread adoption on this for this innovative solution. But Thomas, what are the challenges that they need to overcome to achieve projected growth and market presence?
Well, they really have to prove that they can stop bad things from happening. Like the current system isn't awesome, but it stops weapons from getting where they shouldn't. I don't think, like I said before, I don't think it'll be hard for the bad guys to come up with some kind of a cheat. Just like with cybersecurity, the bad guys are working just as hard as the good guys, possibly harder to work around these security things so they can do their bad things to society. If we can really get a good proven case where we're really stopping bad things from happening, it'll be a huge boost for the company.
You're kind of making it sound like a superhero villain type story here, Thomas.
It almost is that. I mean, it's a fight, the good guys versus the bad guys. Right now, it looks like the good guys have made an advance step forward, but it's a challenge to the bad guys. What can we do to get around it?
For sure. All right, well, stay tuned. This could be the start of something big. We're going to be keeping our eyes on this hidden AI gem right here at MarketBeat. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on any timely news. Let us know in the comments what you think about this AI play. If this video sparked your interest at all, we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.